All right, we are live. Hopefully, I remember how to do this. But if anyone can tell me, I'm testing something out today. YouTube is allowing me to stream both ways, I believe. So I might be streaming twice, portrait and landscape. But if anyone's there, let me know. I see Ryan Ruff tuning in. Great presentation at the event. So thank you, man. But yes, I have Joel and Lauren here, who I've been telling for 2, 3 years to come to this event, and they finally showed up. So let's quickly recap the event. What you guys thought? Are you guys glad you came? But I'm glad to be doing this again. So how you guys recovered yet?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I feel recovered. How do you feel? You were gone for so long. I thought you were never going to return from Vegas.
Yeah, I just got in yesterday, so and then straight to flag football coaching. So it's I'm still tired trying to catch up with things, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm glad I'm remembered how to do. Hopefully my headset doesn't die because I forgot to charge it.
He's a mess.
But did you guys have fun?
Yeah, it was super
Yeah.
fun. I really enjoyed meeting everyone. Like now when I see everybody's names in the chat, I like know I can put a face to it. And so that's fun. But yeah, it was great. It was I've been to other real estate conferences and I feel like a lot of the ones that I've been to are like either like much larger or the people don't feel as real. Like there's something about this group that just feels like a really like real group of humans. So I really appreciated that.
I know what Joe's gonna say already because
Say it,
Joe was
Joel.
having a lot of fun. What did you think of the event? Is
Hey,
it
what,
worth
what, am-
me? Is it
what
worth
am I?
me
What am I
bullying
gonna
you
say?
for?
What am I gonna
Is
say?
it worth me bullying you for 2 to 3 years to come?
I mean, it's never okay to bully, Mark. Okay,
Turns out bullying works.
but it worked. No, I mean, I said this a couple of times since then. I mean, I got back on Monday, but I it's just so unique to be able to, because I've been at conferences before, and people come from all different parts of the country, and some people some people you know, some people you don't know. But yeah, just like coming into this, everyone, it just felt like a family. It felt like everyone knew each other. It felt like people had known each other for decades. It was just really cool to be able to meet people, and and in the chat, the WhatsApp chat. I mean, like, again, big kudos to Mark, because again, and Lauren, you said this in our interview upstairs, that Mark is selfless and always wanting to make sure people are getting taken care of or are included and all these things. So shout out to Mark. But yeah, I had so much fun just soaking up all the information, but hanging out with people. And Lauren, you missed Fremont. I did not know what Fremont was. I had no idea what it was, but it was pretty cool. All the lights and the people on the street and this and that.
Oh, Fremont Street.
Oh yeah, Fremont Street. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that before. It's like the old Vegas strip, right? It's like the old downtown.
Uh, Mark, is
Yeah,
it old?
I just want to point out Jovi, who didn't attend the event, but he says Max didn't show up to the accountability group and he missed his flight. So he had to drive, he had to drive to Colorado, and he blames Joel.
Joel,
What?
what did you do? Did you guys go out?
No, I mean, nothing out of the ordinary. I don't know how I got brought into this.
That's funny.
Jovi, come
Yes,
on, man.
but that was the thing. Everyone was trying to find where Max was because I think the Uber or whatever ride people were going to share were waiting for him, and Max was nowhere to be found. So I
Oh
believe he
boy.
missed his flight. But yeah, let's talk about the event a little bit. I know outside, yeah, we had a lot of fun, and we can touch on that after. And unfortunately, Lauren didn't make it to Sunday because she did have an inspection to get to on Monday. But what was your guys' thoughts about the event since this was your first time? Maybe the venue where it was at, the location, the setup, the speakers. Maybe Lauren, you can go first.
Yeah, I think the location was good, like just being outside of like near everything, but a little bit outside of everything. The venue was cool, just a small, like good, perfect size venue. I think probably if it grows, they'll probably have to find a different venue because I would say it was like at capacity for the size group we had. It was perfect. And then I would say I missed day 2, which I was bummed about. The speakers on day 1 were great. I love that he had 2 badass women. That's awesome. And I was really excited about day 2, but I didn't get to see that. So I'm curious to hear how that went. But yeah, I mean, the location was great. The venue was great. Everything was good. Food was good.
Flavio says, Joel, you're nicer in person. But uh oh, Jason said he didn't get to meet you, Lauren. Okay. Next time, definitely.
Shoot. Have to go
Uh
again next year.
yes. So Joel, what was your thoughts of the location? I know you've been to other events, right? The location, the speakers, all of that.
I don't know. Like, I never really, in the moment, it just worked. I didn't really think about, much of the details of the actual venue. I mean, it worked well. Um, you know, the VIP part up top, I mean, it just felt like a stadium kind of a feel, which is kind of cool. But it worked, and um, I I will say, you know, from a speaker standpoint, I mean, some of the people probably don't do a whole lot of speaking, and so to get out there and do it and talk about their journey, I think everyone did a pretty amazing job in that regard. Um, but I mean, uh, Mark, you and I talked about it. Like the speakers, we all pick and choose what maybe fits our style or what we're interested in. So, and it's a long day. Like you start at 8 o'clock. It's just jam packed all the way to 6. I mean, it's a long day. My back was by the second day, my back was hurting. Like, I was doing stretches upstairs. I was trying to alleviate some pain, but yeah, the Jason Hartman the first day or the second day? Second
He
day.
was the first day. Yeah, right.
First day.
Right before lunch, I believe.
Yeah.
So
How were the speakers the second day?
Joel, you want to go first, or
Yeah. I mean,
Be candid. Don't sugarcoat it.
I thought like in general, like just the performance, I thought the speakers did probably a little bit of a better job the second day than the first day.
Yeah.
So Rob Abasolo, I did not know who he was, but like one thing that stands about he's short-term rental. He just picked a piece of land in Texas and just started putting domes on the land, and now is renting them out STR. But like Rob, that's somebody I want to learn more about what he does and how he does it in terms of the strategy of building stuff from out of the thin air. Obviously, pace. That's something maybe we talk about later. Brandon talking about what he does. I mean, he went into pretty much the nuts and bolts of the building process and putting it into a science and why he does it. I thought he did a good job. Dylan Miracle, I thought he was one of the best speakers. Got into the crowd, like walked forward. His story. I got a chance to meet him and interview him, and I just love his story. And again, what stands out to me, like dude was 19 years old, and making calls on wholesaling, and went over 2 years of calling tens of thousands of calls without finalizing a deal, making a deal work, and then in year 2 or 3 gets his first deal. Like nobody does that kind of hard work without seeing results. And so like that story to me was pretty cool. By the end of the day, I started getting tired. I mean, like after pace, we had a couple more things. I was just exhausted. So
yeah, I feel like it'd be rough to be a speaker after pace. Like that was like late day 2. Was he a good speaker, or what did you think of his?
I'll admit, I think Pace did really well. I think a lot of people probably were hesitant to see his presentation, but I think he did a great job knowing who his audience was going to be. So he didn't really focus on sub 2 or that type of things, because I think he kind of knows the one rental at a time communities have maybe a different, I guess, general strategy. So he did a great job knowing who was in the room, and it was kind of more focused on, building yourself, investing in yourself, that type of stuff. So he is a great speaker. So I mean, it was a great presentation, but definitely did a great job knowing who his audience was going to be. But he was in and he was out. Basically, he showed up 1 minute before his presentation, I believe, and I believe he was out within 5 minutes.
That's funny.
So, but yeah, it was a great presentation. I've been there every year so far. I think every year it's getting better in some ways. Definitely year one was the most, I guess, attractive from the speakers because for the audience, we were kind of none of us has ever met those people in person, and it was the first. So I believe it was also the first time that Zuber, Lumberjack, Dion, they all met in person for the first time. So they were all internet
What?
friends. Yeah, so they all knew each other from online, but that
You
was
mean, but you mean
Wow, that's
you mean the
crazy.
first one?
yeah, the first one. So that was the first time
Oh,
they ever met. So it was like that was the first time all of us got to see all these speakers that we've seen on his Zuber channel, weekly, right? So it was a different feel. But those speakers also all stuck around for both days basically. So everyone was there Saturday and Sunday, and they were just like Coach Carson was just sitting in the crowd. Derek Sherrill, that ADU guy, was basically even hanging out with us after the events, Saturday, Sunday. So it was a little bit different. So like
you're saying in like year one.
yeah. So as you,
Mhm.
as you can see, and Zuber has mentioned it, and I think he posted in school also some of his mistakes, and it was something that was brought up to a lot of us that the VIP is something that's probably going to have to be changed or addressed because the year one, the big draw for the VIP was you got to sit down with a lot of these people at lunch and dinner. So people like Coach Carson, like I said, Brian Adamson, even like Dion, Lumberjack, Millennium, you got to spend all lunch and dinner sitting down with them and talking story. But now a lot of the speakers they're in and out. So the VIP lunch and dinner, there wasn't a lot of the speakers present. I'm very grateful
Oh,
that Jason Hartman stayed. He actually came back for day two. So he
Yeah.
stayed. Yeah, he stayed for Saturday lunch and dinner, and he actually came back Sunday. So I was very grateful that he did something like that, and he didn't have to, right? Because a lot of like some speakers just Ubered in, did their
yeah.
presentation, and they Ubered right out. So that was the one thing I think VIP is definitely going to have to offer more if he is going to keep the VIP tickets.
Mhm.
Yeah, one of the things about Pace, just I don't want to forget to say that, but obviously he's known for sub two, and he's all over the map on social media. And listening to some of his interviews and podcasts that he's done along the way in the last year or two, I mean, there's so many stories of him helping people out, like the story that he gave today about Maddie. I'm sorry, not today. In the presentation about Maddie, and then like helping her buy her first house and all and whatnot. But the people that he does interviews with, people that are around him, his employees, like he goes out of his way to be able to help them be successful. And that humanitarian part of his journey, I don't think he does enough probably publicity on. And that guy's just got a motor. He touched on it in his speech, like talking about how he said, "I'm just different." And the guy just doesn't stop working. He's just goes. He doesn't sleep, but like 4 or 5 hours a day, just goes. Like not now. I think he's budgeting more time for his family, but like he's just got a motor, and like you can't teach that. It's just unique in that way.
Mhm.
So Troy, unfortunately, wasn't able to make it this year. I think his daughter had a gymnastics event, I believe. So he wasn't able to make it. Jovi wasn't able to make it also because he had his father-daughter dance. But if anyone doesn't know, Zuber has mentioned year four is booked. It's going to be President or not Martin Luther King Day weekend because Super Bowl's in February and would have fell on the same weekend. So he's going to move it up 1 month to January. So anyone thinking of going, you have 11 months to prepare now instead of 12 months to be ready. And I think a lot of people are setting goals for that date. They have some goals in mind and they want to come to January's event with those goals accomplished. So it'll be interesting.
I feel like that's a better time anyway.
Well,
Like right after the new year, start things off. I don't know.
it's gonna be a
I
bit chillier too,
not
though.
Valentine's Day weekend.
That is true. That is true. Um, I see Chris Wissing. Chris Wissing, his son joined him at the event, and I think his son Logan took in a lot of great information. So that was kind of the focus of this year's event. Also, is for teenagers. So that was pretty amazing. Also, Let's see what else I see. True, yes, Jacek was true VIPs were always in the back. So definitely agree with that. I think Joe touched on it earlier. You know, a lot of us, the speakers were amazing. You kind of picked and choose maybe who you want to sit down, listen to, but it was the after events and unfortunately, well, Lauren was there actually. She was able to get to some of the meetups before the event started. Joe kind of came in late Friday, so I think that's something. If you guys can try to arrive earlier, right, like Wednesday, Thursday, if possible. But there was a lot of fun networking going on, right? So, Joe, do you think you'd try to get there earlier next year?
I mean, now with my schedule, unless I bring my kids, which I mean, I don't see how that's going to work. So it's
Wait,
probably going to
next
be the exact
year?
same. What's that?
You're talking about next year?
Yeah, with my kids' schedule, I mean, I have them on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then every other weekend. So I get
But do you know if it's a weekend that you have them yet? How do you know that already?
like this weekend, I had to like switch to
Oh,
be able
gotcha.
to do it. So the weekend part that is what it is. But every Wednesday and Thursday, I have them.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
Lauren cannot commit to what's next week, but
Yeah.
Joe V is asking, does that mean Lauren is committing
Also,
to
Joe
next
keeps
year?
calling me Emily.
Yes. Well, he corrected it. He's. Does that mean Lauren is committing to next year?
Absolutely not.
I was still up until the day before. I was still thinking Lauren wasn't coming.
No, maybe, who knows?
No, I
It's a
know.
whole year away. How are we going to know what is happening in a year's time?
I'm just saying.
I probably will. I'll
But
probably
yes.
be there.
What about maybe Joe? Do you think the space was used well, or do you think other things could be done? Because it was actually really very very big, right? There's a lot of unused space, possibly, right? What's your thoughts on the setup?
you mean like in the whole facility, or like in the
Well,
main
there is an
space?
extra side that we're not really right, like a part of, I guess. I mean, we didn't really use. There's like a bowling alley and all that at the place.
Oh,
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know
yeah. That's how huge the place is. So, but I
that.
mean, as
Oh,
far as that main spot, I guess that we were in, do you think it was
well,
well
what
used?
space wasn't being used? It was all being used, wasn't it, for the most part?
Well, so this year, so you know that when you go upstairs and that second level in the back where you guys did some of your interviews and things, that was actually where the tables were set up for eating. So
oh,
the general admission, that's where they ate last year.
Okay.
This they took someone's recommendation off after year two, and that other space was used for where people ate with general admission. So
I
that
would
space is
say
back.
if it continues to grow and like gets bigger, I would say doing smaller speaker sessions and having multiple speakers at once would be better so that you can pick and choose. Because the one thing is like if a speaker wasn't your fourth, you weren't into that or you wanted to learn about something else, you didn't have the opportunity to see somebody else. So I would say like other conferences I've been to, they have like 1, 2, or 3 speakers speaking at once, but obviously maybe it's not quite there yet as far as like the numbers go, or like finding speakers might be a challenge.
I see some new belt holders tuning in. I see Mikey Buzztune. I saw Lynn earlier, so they were two individuals that received belts. Mikey, I
Woohoo!
did get your damn belt home with mine, so I was able to get two belts back to Hawaii. Jack decided to ship his back to Pittsburgh because he didn't want to deal with TSA, but he spent $100 to ship it to Pittsburgh.
God.
Yeah, so I told him, dude, just stuff it in your bag. Let's see. Oh, Matt Mojo Mindset is tuning in. I
What?
I told him that
Mojo.
if you better show up next year because the event is in January now, not February,
Yeah.
and that
All
probably
those
means
New
Stan.
Orleans people have no excuses anymore.
Yeah, they can't make the Mardi Gras excuse anymore. So Stan will
Mm-hmm.
probably be showing.
Mm-hmm.
What Matt is asking, the real question is, did you guys do some gambling? I did not. I know people that did.
I did not.
Yeah. I know Cameron did. I know he was up yesterday when I left. He was still there. He won his money back
Oh,
and then some.
Oh,
Yeah. Let's see. Harrison, who unfortunately had to cancel also. Hopefully we'll be there in year 4. But he said, after this year, did you think there were any topics or speakers that were missed and needed for next year? Ooh, great question. Maybe, well, Lauren was only there day 1. So
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, from day 1, obviously, yeah, I didn't see day 2, but I don't know. I think they covered every kind of different they had like someone who was like motivational. I didn't hear the lender's speech. I don't know if that was good, but that was something that I was thinking about, like talking about lending is really an important part of it, and especially for people who are just getting started. Like I remember that part being like kind of intimidating, like the ins and outs of that. I almost think they could have gone everything was like a little bit like high level, just like overview of everything. I feel like they could have gone a little more like in depth with things, with like practical, applicable information.
Yeah, that's kind of what my thought and feedback on the whole thing. Like, that's one of the things I liked about Brandon's presentation, is that he did go pretty granular on the numbers and cost to build and why he does things and why he, I can't think of the name of the term he used, but like you have the cost of, like, let's say you buy a property, you fix it up and then you sell it, like the transaction cost that you have with transferring properties and whatnot. And his thing is, I'm going to build it, I'm not going to sell, I'm going to hold it. And then you don't have all that intermediary cost of transacting if you're buying and selling and all the things. But he did a pretty good job of really going granular on what he does and how he does it. I thought it was funny with Pace talking, because he was kind of at the position of like not really knowing what to talk about, kind of. And he was just kind of going on a speech. And then halfway through, he's like, oh, there are questions in the group and they're all lined up on the side. And there
That's
realization. But
funny.
yeah, I think getting into like granular examples with some of the audience and questions, I think would have been cool. If what people are doing, how they're doing it, and just kind of digging into examples. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember when I was starting out, like I went to a couple of small conferences, and like I did an STR one, and it was like she really went through like, this is the step. And I almost feel like if I were giving a talk on STRs, I would be giving out like worksheets. I would have given people something to take home with them that had the information that they can revisit, because they're also listening to speakers all day long and it's very easy to forget what has been said. So I feel like I would have given them something like, if you're trying to set up an STR, here is like A to Z, how to do it, inventory lists, stuff like that. That's like just really practical, that takes people a long time to figure out, or is intimidating if you're just beginning. So yeah.
I'm not avoiding Lynn's question. I completely forgot that. I completely forgot she put it there. But for those that didn't attend or may not be aware, yes, Dion and Brian Davila, also known as the bald guy from Brian Pineda and Zuber's interview. So Dion did have a one-on-one interview with Brian Davila, and from what it sounds like, we shall see if that video ever is posted. That is,
Really? It got heated?
from what I know, it got pretty heated. And Dion at the end of the night did recommend to Zuber that that thing should not be put on YouTube.
Whoa.
And Zuber,
Unless it was edited, isn't that what he said?
unless it's edited, Zuber typically doesn't edit anything. So Dion just wanted to let Zuber know that before, because a lot of times Zuber just doesn't even look at it and will post it. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll see if, or like I told someone, it should be exclusive to schools. So if you want to see it, you have to join the school community, and maybe it will be posted there. But we'll
Yeah.
see.
I'm laughing at Yasik's comment, gambling my life every time I was on Fremont Street, and makes me think of Mark's Grok Imagines that was happening along the way on the second day.
Yeah, I may have my phone confiscated next year at the event, so I cannot make any trouble.
But did you turn into a Bears fan? Who's the Eagles fan? I
I
forget.
told
Is it
I turned
Chris?
Chris Price into a Bears
Yeah.
fan. Had some people doing the truffle shuffle. What else?
Curtis
Oh,
and
I
the
had
Birds.
Curtis, being afraid of birds. But yeah, there was a lot of AI videos going around. Oh, Liberta's full. I don't know who you are. You may need to let me know who you are before I let you know what I was talking about, because you kind of were talking crap about my Bears in a comment the other day. But no, for that people were asking about the Dion and Brian Davila interview, and like I said, it may not see the light of day, but we'll see what happens. Wait, if Mark gets to I don't have no unedited version. I was not in the room. I am just going by what I heard.
I know, but I think what Lynn's talking about is like, how you do the comments with Zuber. She may be alluding to maybe you get the unedited version as you do comments with them, something like that.
I see. Okay, well, we'll see what I can do. See, and that's like Hyder says, and more reason to join school.
Yeah, I joined school for that tea.
And for just for those that don't know, Chester Williams has finally joined school, but he
No way!
is not number 600. He is 601. So
Oh my
his whole
gosh.
That's hilarious.
milestone of being 600, I think. Well, but
That's
the main thing
hilarious.
is Chester finally joined everyone, so go welcome him. But he finally now I don't have
I mean,
to
how,
bother him at all.
how can you ask 47 questions and not be in school? How can you be the first one in line and not be in the school community?
Well, I'll be fair. Chester does ask a lot of questions.
They're all
But
good questions for
yeah,
the most
yeah.
part.
So,
I'm
but I'll
just
be
saying.
fair in that Chester does it from a good place. He is asking questions because he also knows that the speakers put in a lot of time for their presentation, and he doesn't want them to feel that no one's waiting in line to ask them a question. So, yes, Chester does ask a lot of questions, but it comes from a good place where he is trying to make the speakers also feel like the time and effort that they put in for their presentation. People are interested in it. So.
Well, I guess my question to you, Mark, is if he's not in the school community. I mean, I know you, right? Like, and then you got me into the community, and now I know more people. But like, how did he get acclimated into the community without being in school?
You're just trying to stir me up, right? But Chester is a
No,
staple. Well,
it's
he
a
is one of the
legitimate question.
OGs. He is one of the OGs. He is like probably one of the longtime followers of One Rental at a Time and the Three Amigos.
Okay.
And he got a belt year one for being a big part of the community. He's always in the comment section. He's always supporting. And yes, that he is such a big part, but and that's why everyone was kind of like, why are you not in school, right? So, but yeah. Joe V says Lauren's gonna join school if Mark can get the video loaded in school.
Yeah, that's
Um,
right.
and I see Janelle tuning in. She unfortunately wasn't able to make it also, but I'm not sure if she has heard, but the event will be in January next year, not February. So Zuber's gonna move it up 1 month because of the Super Bowl.
So everybody has to subscribe to my channel because Zuber is going to come on and do an interview. We're doing it on Friday. Well, actually, I think I'm doing his on Friday.
Oh, so are you streaming right now? I don't even know. Did you connect it ahead of time?
I did. I connected
Okay.
it yesterday.
All right. Well, everyone go jump over to Lauren's channel. I think I have it here. She should be streaming. So should Joel. So go subscribe there. And
Yeah,
yeah.
I need more than 12 subscribers.
Well, out of nowhere, when Lauren was talking to him, she's like, "Yeah, I got a YouTube channel." And then all of a sudden, now she's like, "Oh shit, I gotta get subscribers."
I know I wasn't even like thinking anything. I don't even know why I brought it up. I just was mentioning like, oh yeah, Mark bullied me, and I don't know why I brought it up, but I just was mentioning you and how we do the lives. And then like I just got a YouTube channel, and then he was like, yeah, come on my channel and I'll come on yours, or whatever he said. I don't even remember, but
Well, first,
then
let's
I was like,
say,
shoot, now I really have to do it.
I mean, hey, Chris Webb is here. I saw your message, Chris. I'll message you back later. He wants to do a live stream on what Pace was talking about. I think that was something he studied. or did a research on or something. I forget what it was. But yes. Well, why don't you say how does Zuber know about what Lauren is working on? How does Zuber know that you had an equestrian farm and
I don't think
or
he did know.
well, yeah, because I told him when you're standing by me, I said, "Oh, have you met Lauren? She's
Oh,
in." And then he started asking you questions, and I said, "Yeah, she's even doing a boutique hotel."
yeah,
And then,
that is true.
yes,
That's true. Mark, again, selfless Mark,
yeah.
lifting us all up.
And for those that may not have known, Zuber did come hang out Thursday and Friday nights. So, I think that was a big takeaway also from year one and year two. A lot of people recommended that Zuber try to make time and spend time with the people that are attending the event because a lot of people are there for him.
Mhm.
I know they're there for the other things going on, but a lot of people are coming to the event to see him. And they were kind of like, hey, I know he's busy and he's trying to get everything set up, but if it's possible, it'd be great if he could pop into a few things and network with the people that are there. And yeah, he made some time. He came out to the beer park on Thursday and he came to the container park on Friday. And he brought his mom both days, and his mom is amazing. I love it. His mom is funny.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, Chris, I was there.
Yes, Lauren was there. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully, so Chris, I don't know if you heard also, but the event will be in January next year, Martin Luther King weekend, because of the Super Bowl in February. Let's see what else. Yeah, so let's see. A couple of things Zuber did post. That was, um, he said yes. He talked about the VIP needs to change. He did say he's thinking about. I guess he's been trying to get bigger and bigger names to speak, but he thinks that's maybe backfiring a little bit. So I think he's gonna be possibly focusing a little bit more on the community. So like Brandon and Jared, so people from the community that are rising up the ranks to speak. I think that's kind of also what he might start looking at a little bit more and bringing those people out on stage.
Yeah, I feel like a mix of both is good. Like, I think professional level speakers mixed in with community would be a good thing because I think, yeah, there are some people who are just like incredible speakers and they could talk about anything and it's entertaining. So mixing those in with community would be good.
I have, one of the things that I see every day talking to investors is that deals just don't pencil. I need to buy a property. I want to buy a property, but it's hard to find deals. And I
Yeah.
think that's everywhere. And I don't think, unless I'm misremembering, that wasn't really talked about much.
Yeah.
And like, that's a big deal. I mean, like, you put offers on properties, undercut, no, don't get offers accepted, that whole thing. And then the other thing, kind of going back to the time, like, and what you said, Lauren, about maybe having, sectioning off and maybe multiple speakers, like, I don't know, man. Like, I can't do that again. I can't go 8 to 6 like that. Like, it's
Yeah.
got to be shorter somehow. I would like it to be shorter.
Yeah.
um, just so jam packed. I don't know.
And
I don't
that's
have a
where I
solution,
would
but
say venue wise, I've been to other conferences where the venue had I've been to one conference where the venue was in the hotel. So that was really nice because you could like take a moment, go back to your room, do whatever you needed to do, and then go back. And it wasn't always an Uber ride. So like having it be like walkable or very close would be nice. Or conversely, like have the venue have a place that like you can hang out and it has like a comfortable like loungy kind of area where you can like chill out and you don't have to feel like you have to be present for all the speakers. To your point, Joel, I felt like the yeah, it was nothing really touched on like where we are today in the market aside from the keynote speaker where he was talking about, debt working for you. And I do love how positive they are talking about real estate and how it's still a great opportunity and there's still potential and all of that, because there's a lot of naysayers and doomsday people. But I feel like doing this 1031, I have been analyzing a lot of properties, and deals are harder to pencil. And I also think maybe having like a class on like negotiation or something like that, talking about like how do you negotiate with sellers or buyers, whatever side you're on, and to get a better deal and get a better price. So I think they could have touched on that and it would have been really relevant to today.
To answer Victor's question, he's asking if it will be in Vegas or another city. What the?
Is that me?
That is
Yeah.
you.
Wow.
As of now, it's going to be in Vegas, same venue. So at the end of the day, when he was asking what date might be the best or better, people said January will work, and he said book it. So I'm assuming it's set in stone, but who knows? Maybe it could. But most likely, it will be in Vegas. Zuber likes to keep because he knows the venue. He's not. He's doing it all by himself, so it keeps it a little bit routine for him as far as setting things up and just kind of improving on it. Maybe not like where he has to search for a different place. And to some of Lauren's points, I know that is why he likes that spot though, because he doesn't want it easy for people just to go walking away, like walk somewhere and leave. So that's kind of the reason why it's a little bit off the strip, so that people don't have the opportunity to be like, oh, I want to just go walk around a little while and then come back. So let's see. Troy, I think it would help for Zuber to put a poll on in school of things that people like, didn't. Yeah. So Troy, he did post his mistakes, and I believe there'll probably be a lot of kind of recap videos. This one, of course, I'm probably gonna have Emily and Justin Canberra will be on Friday. So those are two people. I'll also pick their brains. Emily was her first time also, and she came with her husband who has no interest in real estate. So it'll be interesting. No, well, it'll be interesting to see what his
Yeah.
take. I mean, just kind of what she's how did he do during the I think he enjoyed himself on the outside, hanging out. But as far as at the event, I'm not sure
Yeah.
what his takeaway was. Um, and then Saturday, I'm trying to schedule the time, but before the event, Curtis and I did a live stream with Adam, Alex Dutter's son, one of the teenagers attending the event. So now that he went to the event, we're gonna sit down and follow up on Saturday and hopefully kind of see what his takeaways were and was it too much? Did he enjoy it? Did he get good information? So that should be fun. Question from Chris Webb. When you analyze properties, do you have hard numbers like 20% down, or do you attempt to pencil them with 5, 10, 20, 20, see if it can work?
I was analyzing at 40% because that's what I'm putting down. So shockingly, and the different category because I was looking at commercial, but yes, I was looking at 40% down. But usually I would do it with hard numbers. Like if it doesn't work, I'm not going to judge something that doesn't work with 5% down. I'm not going to go, oh, that's a bad deal. I'm like, 5% down is not a lot. But if that's what you're looking for, I think it depends on your buy box and what you're looking for, and what you have to put down. If you can only afford to put like 10% down and you're looking to do like an FHA, well, then you analyze deals with that and try and find one that works.
Katie, who was at the event, she's on Instagram right now. She is saying, I think a place to get a 10-minute massage would be good, like at the malls where they just had like massage chairs or something, or
Totally.
out, for people to take a break.
There definitely needs to be a break zone because, like, I totally get him not wanting people to walk away because then, people would, and they'd be like, I'm going to go get lunch. And then they're gone for 4 hours. And then they come back and they're like, oh, shoot, I missed it. But it was long days.
Yeah. So Chester,
I'm sorry, Lauren.
Number 601. Oh, what was that?
She doesn't get to use the plural of days.
Chester,
I was there the day before you were there.
that is true. She actually took part in. You were there for the Brazilian steak, right, Lauren?
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
So yes, Chester, school member number 601 is tuning in. He says, biggest takeaway, we will be getting a timer to keep speakers honest to the 20-25 minute speaking time. So yes, that was something Zuber also mentioned on one of his mistakes, is that he definitely wants to keep the speakers on time so they have more time for questions. And like a lot of people are saying, so I mean, it is a little long for some of the presentations to go 45 minutes to even past, to close to an hour. Lars is saying he loves the event and location.
Mhm.
Well, Joel, do you want to talk about this? So Troy is saying, I'm not sure if it would be possible to have an area set aside in the building for investors that can create or live stream interviews with other investors. Winzall, did you do any of that type of stuff while you're there, Joel?
Yeah. I mean, I brought camera stuff, mics, and I was able to get 7 interviews done upstairs near the piano. I just set up shop and just did it because I knew that would be a great opportunity to hear from people, and Lauren was one of them. I asked Mark if he would want to do it, but he said no. And again, very, very humbly, go
What?
with what.
I said,
Yeah, he's like,
I
spend
told
the
him,
time with other
I
people,
said
like
yes. I
very,
said,
very humbly,
yeah.
very great. I don't know what the word is.
Well, we always,
Graciously.
yeah, because we were always doing stuff, right? So I told him, hey, go
Yeah.
to the people that you probably don't see very
Mhm.
often, and have a chance to maybe do stuff with. So that would be more fun. But so Troy, I'm not sure if you know, but there was the typical podcast room. Lumberjack was kind of the one in charge of that this year, but Dion and Millennial Mike kind of strictly had their own room set aside also too. So they were grabbing people from the audience and doing little short interviews with them also. So Troy, there would probably be a lot of stuff coming out from Dion for Zuber's channel. I believe I think it was like a 5 to 10 set of questions that they were asking a lot of the people that were at the event. And just want to also say, a lot of people, please check when the dates are, because there was a lot of people that actually didn't realize the event was Saturday and Sunday, and these are people that have been to the event before. Some people, they thought it was Friday and Saturday, and they were flying out Sunday. So there's a lot of people that missed Sunday's presentations. And oh yeah, what was you guys takeaways with Vegas? What's all the news is talking about tourism slowing down, prices. What's your guys' thoughts? I have my own thoughts,
I
but
didn't see tourism slowing down. I thought it was busy. I was like shocked by how busy it was because I tried to book like a restaurant and different things, and they were all booked. And then I also went to a Cirque du Soleil show, and that was pretty booked out. So yeah, it seemed busy to me.
really, I was gonna say I'm gonna say the complete opposite of you. I felt
Really?
Well, but part of it though has to be it's Valentine's Day weekend too, so maybe it's a little bit of a blip. I don't really
Yeah,
know.
it could be that for
Um,
sure.
but like I did not know what Fremont was at all. So I didn't know anything about it or what to expect. And so I didn't spend 1 minute on the actual strip. So isn't that like where the bulk of the people are? I don't know.
Mhm.
yeah, it's different. So that just means you should come earlier next year. But I felt it
I'm
was, I don't know about,
picking up what you're putting down.
I'm just saying it felt like it was a lot slower than previous years.
Oh,
Vegas
Did
felt,
it in
um,
that
like
Fremont area or just
oh yeah.
overall in general?
Overall, in general, I mean, prices are still high. I mean, there was a lot of people like in our chat, in our Vegas WhatsApp chat, which I think helped out a lot. So Chester, thanks for putting that together.
yeah. Yeah, that was
There
cool.
was people like, oh, don't go there because whatever, a burger costs $30 or whatever. Way it seems pricey something, but you're in Vegas, right? So you kind of gotta expect that, I believe. Nick is here, lead Pray Hado, so we'll probably start catching back up on Bitcoin this Saturday. I was gonna try and do it with him, but I was like, I didn't. It was kind of a rush if I was gonna do it with him last Saturday, so I decided not to. But we'll catch back up with Bitcoin. Jason is here. Yes, he says come early and hang out. Oops, hang out at the bars to network. Absolutely. So Jason, call him Fun Jason or Happy Jason when he's drinking. He's definitely the hat flips back and everything, and he starts going at it. But Jason is a lot of fun. So definitely, I think the outside activities is really where a lot of the growing is coming, and I'm looking forward to that for year 4 already. It definitely is a family reunion. I think a lot of the people for their first time, or people that haven't been to any of the events and this is their first time, I think they definitely feel that family feeling, and that was kind of mentioned in the WhatsApp chat a few times where people were kind of amazed at how big a group it might be, but yet everyone is so welcoming, and it just and I'm going to tell Zuber this story, and I think some people know what I'm going to bring up, but there was um, one person put their flight information or when they were arriving in the WhatsApp chat, right? Like, oh, I'm going to be arriving at whatever time, and another person in the chat saw that, and I guess they were like, hey, I'm on the same flight, let's jump in an Uber to catch an Uber together. And they didn't even know each other. These two people don't even know each other. They just know each other from the WhatsApp chat, and
Mm-hmm.
they're comfortable enough to be like, hey, let's catch a ride. And now they're probably talking story, and that's what the community is about, right? People that don't even know each other, but yet they feel comfortable enough to, hey, hey, I'm gonna get an Uber. Why don't we jump in together and head out to the Fremont with everyone? So
Yeah, I feel like the pre-event stuff was to me as valuable as the event itself. Like I do think those like coming a day early um or even two, like because in the beginning you're like, is it worth it to come early? Is there anything going to really be going on? And I feel like I would confidently say now, like, yes, coming early is worth it, like at least a day early for those like early meetups to get in to like meeting everybody, seeing everybody, and then like going into the conference kind of already having a camaraderie.
I see Liam tuning in on Instagram, and Liam is one of the people we work with in Pittsburgh. So I think a lot of people also got a lot of benefit out of some of the people that we work with in Pittsburgh, like Alex Deacon, Jeremy Taggart, Liam, came out there, and a lot of people were talking to them and reaching out to them and want to know more about what we are doing. So I think it was good that they came out and people were able to meet them in person. And yeah, Chester is talking about $25 for a single burger.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
Nick is saying, Lead Prejado is saying, Fremont is for old people. Nobody from SoCal goes to Fremont when in Vegas. Yeah, I mean that could be true. But to be fair, it is also,
It's cool though.
yeah, it's cool, but it's honestly like I think then that's why when people are like, I don't want to go to the event because it's in Vegas. Like I don't want you know the gambling and that type of stuff around me. But I try to tell people most people are not really doing the Vegas stuff. I mean, some people are, and if they're with their spouse, they go to some shows, but it's mainly just people trying to hang out, and so a lot of times we're trying to find venues too where there's the space. So that's why like the container
Hmm.
park was ideal. It worked out really great, that location.
Hmm.
And it wasn't like crazy loud, which was helpful.
Exactly. Yeah. So and it was pretty close to the Grand, and other people also, I would definitely recommend trying to stay at the Grand or somewhere near, like even the Nugget. But a lot of people said the Nugget is kind of noisy, so depending on what floor or what side of the building they were on. But for most people, I think they liked the Grand where most of us were staying, and it definitely helps with transportation. Like a lot of us just, hey, we're meeting in the lobby at this time, and we're
Hmm.
off, right? And people are just jumping in Ubers and things like that. Hoover Dam, we did not, but Yoder did. I think a few people went. So
A few
Yoder,
people did, yeah.
yeah, Yoder planned a Hoover Dam thing on Friday, so they went before the event, and that's probably what I'll probably do better next year. I'll probably try plan something on Monday, as far as the stragglers. I think it was Red Rock Canyon or whatnot. People want to go to, so maybe that might be the plan for next year. I just don't want people to feel rushed too, because a lot of people do stay Monday, but I mean, they fly out Monday, so later. So if it is something that we're going to plan, it would have to probably be early Monday morning so that people don't have to rush to get back and things like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, Liam says, great conference and was cool meeting everyone. Yeah, I think Liam, he's a lot taller than I thought he was. Well, everyone's taller than me, but I mean, he was definitely a lot taller than I thought. But I'm glad they had fun. I hope it
Same
was.
thing with Frank. I did not know he was that tall.
Oh, we all say Frank is us. Yeah, he stands up and you.
I
Oh,
had no idea.
yeah. Oh, Hyder did say did you go at Yoder, Hyder? I'm not sure. We went and saw the dam. Yeah, and there's free. Yeah, the container park is super convenient. You know, like and maybe they can have a few more bars, maybe because it seemed like
Yeah.
drinks seem to take a long time. That's what the only complaint maybe. Alex Dutter is saying, yeah, he's planning on the Red Rock Canyon on Monday next year. So definitely, people, if you are gonna attend the event, I maybe if you can try to fly out Tuesday or late Monday, and that way you're not rushing. Yes. Yes, Alec, I didn't know Mark was so short. Yes, I told you guys I get that all the time. From the Roadhouse movie, right? When Patrick Swayze, they always say, I thought you were bigger. But that is my one joke for that. Um, let's see. Oh, Hyder went with his rebel capitalist buddies. Um, Yasik is saying one suggestion for next year is to have meetup points so we don't have to do 20 stops on the way. Okay. Yeah, definitely.
What does that mean? Meetup
Um,
points?
I guess designated spots instead of just maybe walking aimlessly to find the spot. So, we're just
Yeah.
walking around until we find a location. So like Container Park will probably be one because it was an easy one and kind of fairly easy for
Oh, yeah.
everyone to get to. I think even the Victory Bar, is it Victory Bar? That burger place down in the Circa, it was pretty spacious to get some food and had a lot of room. So that might be one also. But yeah, I mean, it was a good event. I think it's getting better for the most part every year. Zuber's always trying to tinker with it, right? Um, I'm sure Valentine's Day threw a little wrinkle in it this year. I don't know if Lauren ended up having plans on Saturday or dinner reservations or what came of that, but
Yeah, I did.
oh, you see, he was tricking you, maybe.
I think he just got lucky.
Oh,
Ooh, well, all
No.
right, all right, all right. Got lucky.
I mean, lucky with
Well,
the reservation.
um,
we all know what you meant. It's okay.
the beer park, yes, was fun. That was I don't know if that's where Lauren, you came there, Lauren, right? Were you at the beer park?
No, when I checked into my hotel, you guys were just leaving the beer park. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the beer park was fun. The funny thing though is when we were there, they actually were having a speed dating that
I
night.
know. I was so bummed I missed that. I was like, dang it. Next
Yeah.
year.
Let's see. Chris Webb. There's a place off the strip called Four Kegs that might work. Great. Yeah. See, Chris knows
Mm.
all the food places. That's why I was hoping he came this year, but unfortunately he
Mm.
canceled.
Oh,
Oh, Victory Burger was the place with the 25 burgers, Chester is saying. Yeah, Yasik. Yasik is the Energizer Bunny. He does not stop. He kept going every single night.
If anyone was going to get arrested, it was going to be him.
Yeah, definitely. Anything else you guys want to say about the event? I mean, what? I know we're not going to get Lauren to
I
commit.
mean, Max's flight out on Monday was what, like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was like a crazy early time, like that. We just need to all agree that we're not going to be doing things crazy like that. Like no one's going to be up that early for a flight.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody book 5 a.m. flights. That's just a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely try to fly out later or Tuesday or something if possible. I mean so like year one, yeah, I flew out early Monday. I came in Thursday, I believe. So that I was like, I don't want, it was kind of rushing things. So that's why I changed. So I ended up arriving on Tuesday, actually. Last year was Wednesday, leaving Tuesday, and this year was arriving on Tuesday. So
Next year, you're going to be there 2 weeks early.
no ways, man. Hey, Hugo's here. He didn't make it out to Vegas, man. Or did he? I don't know. I didn't see him.
Which person surprised you the most?
Oh, doesn't have to be a speaker. Oh, great one. Yeah. Joel, you want to go first?
I gotta think about this. I'm not sure.
Okay, Lauren.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone like surprised me necessarily because I had no expectations, really. Like I had zero expectations. I didn't even know if I was gonna make it.
See, I knew it.
Just kidding. I knew I was.
If let's see, surprise me. Um, hmm. Well, let's see. It surprised me. Man, it's put me on the spot. Not really sure. Well, I mean, I'll think about it some more, but I definitely was surprised, and I was definitely grateful that someone like Jason Hartman came back.
Yeah. Oh, no, Mark's gone.
It's
Are
not just
you,
me.
Joel, are you going to his thing, his conference thing?
The one in May.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to check my schedule on that yet. But I'd like to. I definitely would like to.
Yeah, did you guys hear me? I know I cut out, but did you guys hear me say Jason Hartman really? I was
I
thankful.
didn't hear the next
Yeah.
part.
No, I just was very surprised and grateful that someone of his stature came back for day 2. Right, he didn't have to. Like I said, a lot of the other speakers just came in, spoke, and was out of there. But
I
definitely,
got a chance to talk to him for a minute, like after he was done, which was kind of cool.
yeah, he's an interesting fella. He's a nice guy though.
Yeah.
Click on your. God dang it, Hugo! You have like 100. I get about 1,000 emails from you now. But he does have a newsletter. Go subscribe. Oh, Joe, where's your newsletter? I think I still have it here. The link.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do a recap. Something tomorrow.
I got these really cute slippers I'm wearing in Vegas.
Oh, is that from the Coca-Cola store?
No,
Oh.
it was from this like I think it was like maybe a Pokemon store or something. I don't remember.
He was staying at the Grand. I never saw him there.
I do have a comment to say. I hope no one takes this the wrong way.
Oh boy, say it.
I feel like there needs to be more women next year.
Yeah. Well, that's true of all real estate investing conferences.
All right, hold on. There's Joel's newsletter link. So Lars is saying he liked last year's Denny's location better. Yeah, I didn't know Jason Hartman was staying at the Grand. Huh, interesting.
Surprise! I did not know the speakers on the first day, Lynn and Andrea. I did not know anything about them.
Leo.
What did I say?
Lynn
Oh.
will be speaking next year. If I'm going to push for that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. That'd be awesome. But yeah, but like especially Andrea's story, that completely surprised me. I had no idea. That was pretty cool. What she's doing, a doctor turned real estate investor, etc. So
yep. So Andrea has joined school also, and I think a lot of people loved her presentation. And I think the biggest takeaway is do not complain. Right? People should go to these maybe poorer countries or countries that are struggling and see what lifestyle people have before you start complaining. Ashley Davis joined school, Cody's wife. So there will be a lot more people, females, probably on the Ladies of ORaaT call, which is, it's actually going on right now. But
you guys are part of the problem.
No. But let's see. Hold on, it's moving so fast. The chat now. What is Curtis talking about? Curtis is tuning in, and Curtis, did you get my message? I'm trying to change the time for Saturday. But Curtis says, Joe, that's my hope every event I attend. I'm not sure what he's referring to.
About more women.
Oh, well,
that's what.
Yeah.
That's what
are you saying
saying
women
too.
speakers or women in attendance?
In general.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah, I think
I think we had
definitely.
quite a few female speakers actually, which was
So
good.
this is the reason why I say this, and this is more of a personal thing. Like seeing Aaron and Andrea, Aaron Amin and Andrea, they were obviously one of the speakers, but like hanging out with them, like they're both on the same page. Like as a husband and a wife, like they're on the same page. Like they're working towards something together. And like my marriage, my spouse had it was a constant battle. There was no synergy. And like having you if you're going to go into the real estate game, and if you're married or have a significant other, like having that person, even if they are completely don't know anything about investing or real estate or math or whatever, like having that person be around the room, I just think is so important in terms of building a relationship and being on the same page. So I mean, all of it, single women, married women, like spouses, like having like all that together is kind
And
of my
I'll
point.
say I had gone with my boyfriend to a event for his brokerage that they have, and they had like a whole itinerary 4+1s. So it's like,
Oh,
yeah, we weren't gonna
oh,
like. I don't want to necessarily learn about his brokerage. Like, I'm never gonna own a real estate brokerage, so that doesn't necessarily pertain. But then they had events and a schedule for people to come that kind of like helps you get on the same page, and but also like you do more fun cool things so that it's like fun for you to go and have your spouse there. And then also I think they're more supportive of you going to events like that because they're like, yeah, I'll come with you, that sounds fun. And I don't have to sit and listen to things that I don't want to listen to, but I can like get little snippets about investing or about real estate and about the value of it, but also go and do these other fun things that I might want to do.
What's one example of a thing that was on the side that was part of that event for the plus one?
So, they had the wife of, so he owns a Windermere brokerage, and the event was in Park City, and the wife of the Park City owner has a business there. She has like a nursery. It's like 7 acres. It's like a nursery, coffee shop, and it's like a whole beautiful grounds. They have breakfast, whatever. They took the big greenhouse nursery, which is like really beautiful, and they did a lunch for us, and we made like little dried flower bouquet things that we could all like take home with us. And while we were doing that, we all had lunch. Like everybody talked about how what you can do as like somebody who's like with somebody who owns a brokerage. She was like, yeah, I like always wanted to do this nursery, and my husband was like into real estate and he found the property and all of that. So it was just like the benefits of having a partner who is in this field for somebody who's like not into real estate. Like a lot of women are like, oh, I don't like it, he's always has to answer his phone or whatever. It's just like she's like, look at this beautiful life that we've created because I allowed him to do that. And this is like my space and this is what I get to do.
That's cool.
um, Joel, you want to touch on it again? Troy is asking how was Rob or Rob Alba solo.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I just blanked because there's so much more that you talked about. I just remember like a snippet. But like I don't even know what part of Texas, but he just took a piece of land that was elevated maybe on a hill or whatever and just started building domes. I think he said like 35 to $45,000 it would take to build or construct one of these and put them on there, and he short-term rents them out for whatever. And I think he was saying like $100,000 a month of revenue, which is I think was across 12 units, maybe. I'm not sure what else he has, but yeah, I was just astounded. I don't remember. Did he say water, sewer, septic, well? I don't know what kind of amenities it has, but I was just blown away. Just out of thin air, just built something.
Yeah, Rob is definitely he's a great presenter also. I think he's doing a great job in his niche. You know, I think he's pushing that Airbnb is dead, but he's also saying that, you know, you can be successful if you're good at it, right? As far as actually putting in the work. And there is a lot of people in the community, and Chris Price, who's a part of school, him and Ray, are amazing. That's their niche. So if you are thinking about doing that, definitely check out Chris and Ray on Saturdays. They have in the school community have a specific call for short-term rentals, and it's amazing. And if you guys don't know Ray, he's a great photographer, so he's took a lot of great photos and putting a lot of content together. Talking about flying and driving, Flavio, yes, next year you should fly to the event and not drive. I believe it was like a 16-hour drive
Is
for him.
Flavio on here somewhere?
Yep, he's on here. And he says, yeah, he was chatting with Rob, and he is a nice guy. And Flavio does say, oh, he's gonna call out Lauren right here. He says, when is Lauren going to join school?
Mm, probably after Friday. I feel like I have to
All right. Well,
after my Zuber interview.
you should
Oh,
no, you should do it before
Oh,
so you can say you're in school, right?
okay, fine.
I
I'll
don't
do
know.
before.
That would be my take on it.
You're right. I probably should.
But where the heck?
wait, is Flavio on YouTube or somewhere else?
Yeah, he's on YouTube, but Flavio likes to
How's he
call
not
me the
showing
lone
up?
wolf. So he thank you, Flavio, for your $2 super chat donation. And I don't know if you guys understand what that means, the lone
No.
wolf. Well, you might see a lot of reels or Instagram stuff on it. It talks about when um, you see a pack of wolves kind of moving around, and there's a certain formation that it has. So the front of the formation is kind of like the older wolves, where they're kind of weaker, but they're leading. They're pacing the pack. The second, I guess, spot is the young, energetic, the ones that are ready to fight, ready to pounce on anyone that's going to attack the pack. The third is the most important. It's the women and children, so they're protected because the pack behind them is also kind of like the second, the strongest, the ones ready to fight, that's ready to protect. And then kind of lagging behind is the lone wolf that's kind of watching over everyone and just making sure everyone's headed in the right direction. So
Mhm.
that's why Flavio calls me the lone wolf.
Makes sense. I see it.
Let's see. Mark though, no, I mean, that is. I won't say who's in the front of the pack though. Who is the older and the weaker wolves? You know, yes, Chester is saying, Lauren, don't worry. It took him forever to join school. So yes.
Yeah.
Um, yep, Alex, I agree. I don't understand people's aversion to joining school. Definitely. Let's see, 20, spend 1,000. Yeah, that is true. Yasik is saying $20 a month, too much, but same people will spend thousands on stupid stuff. Definitely. Let's see.
You know, one of the takeaways I took from the I forget what her name was, the woman who came from Venezuela,
Andrea.
was that she was like, she had tried a bunch of stuff and it all failed. And then she started her Hispanic school community. And it was like, that was the first time she really had a lot of success. So I was just like, oh, interesting. That was my takeaway from her story, which was like, school is a great platform for that.
So
Oh,
what
no.
does that mean for the rest of us?
That people should start their own school platforms, like niche.
It's got to be specific, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So okay.
Well, I mean, on that point, Jared has his own. He has started his own rent by room school. I think Simon, the uneducated economist, who also, I think he's a 3-time speaker actually at the event. I think he wrapped us up on day one, but he also just started his own school community. I believe Hyder probably has the link to that. So if you want to throw in Simon's and want to know more about the economy and how he looks at it from like a lumber perspective and things like that. But Simon, yeah, he had a great. It must be hard for him because every year he's presenting, so he's trying to keep it different too. So I think
Mm-hmm.
this one was a little bit more focused on his life as far as how he got to where he's at now and how YouTube and putting his story out there has definitely helped him. Because I think he was, he basically had no money almost at one point, and bought a home, and he had like what I think he had like $300 in his account or something like that. But he was definitely, and there's a lot of risk for him to purchase that home. Yes,
And
Simon. Go.
Hyder commented at the very beginning of this about one of the frames that he talked about the conspiracy theories and how it was wasting all kinds of energy and resources and time. And yeah, he still might believe it, but he chose to focus on other things and let that go. And Hyder mentioned that earlier.
There you go, Chester. Thanks for putting that in there. That looks like it is Simon's link to his school community. So if you want to support Simon, like I said, he has like 150,000 YouTube subscribers. So
Whoa.
he's a big deal. I mean, he's a
What is his community niche?
The economy somewhat, and
Okay.
it kind of relates to I mean, somewhat of the conspiracy theory type of things, and how they're trying to control the money and control you and things like that, but also just how to not fall down that rabbit hole and let it handcuff you, right? And get out of that. Hugo is saying he'll eventually start a school community. um I don't know. Anything else you guys want to wrap it up with? Oh, I think another thing Zuber said his mistake was that he relied on kind of his main the three amigos a little too much. So like Matt, uh, Hawk Lumberjack, and Dion and Millennial Mike are kind of his core guys, and they wanted to help him out. So that's why they were kind of doing like the interviews on the side. They were doing the Lumberjack was running the podcast studio for him, but also a lot of people are there to see those guys, right? And they weren't maybe that available during the day's events. So he's going to probably have to reconsider that, or allow them more time to kind of maybe walk around a little bit more, so that the people at the event can touch base with them.
I have a question for Chester. I mean, he spent a lot of time, thinking about questions for the speakers and understanding what they're about and what they're into and talking about. For Chester in the chat, what was the one speaker's comments or responses that stood out to some of your questions? Who stands out?
Chester, if you're also here still yet, can you also answer, do you come prepared with these questions, or do you come up with them after the speaker is presenting? Because so a lot of people probably have an idea who the speakers are, like as far as maybe the list of who's presenting. So Chester, do you come with pre-made questions ready for each individual, or do you kind of just come up with it at the moment? Hugo said he's focusing on his newsletter right now.
How many people do you have on your newsletter, Hugo? And how much money are you making per click on clicks altogether so far?
Yeah, so Simon looks like he has 300 members. I think he just started his too. But like I said, Simon has a big following. He has about 150,000 YouTube subscribers. Marlon RE says, yeah, I get it. He says he's hesitant to join school because I guess it's an Alex Hormozy kind of brainchild, right? So he says Alex Hormozy is pretty corny. He is hard to support. I get that. However, I think it's just more of a.
Well, it's his platform, but you're not like necessarily tuning into him, right?
Yeah, but I think Marlon RE's point is I'm sure in some way Hormozy is profiting from it, right? Like
For sure.
Yeah. So I guess that's what he's trying to say is you're supporting Hormozy to some extent.
What is I'm gonna nitpick on this. What do you mean by corny? On Hormozy?
Well, Marlon RE, if you are there, maybe you can clarify a little bit more what you mean by that. However, I think a lot of people maybe do feel that way about Hormozy. He's not, maybe a little bit of the too much of a trying to sell you something to some extent, right? So I get that.
Yeah, I can
He's
see it.
definitely not for everyone. I mean, that's just like anyone, though. There's a lot of people that some people don't like Zuber. Some people don't like Dion, right? Lumberjack. Lumberjack is an amazing operator, and not everyone follows him or knows who he is, right? So that's just how it goes. Chester says, no, I come up with them on the fly based on their presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Stay Winning says, I have 69 subscribers and make about $22 per newsletter. I send 3 a day. Happy to show anyone how. We can all win.
Cool.
3 a day?
Yes.
So 21 a week?
I guess so. I guess that's what he says.
Okay.
Oh. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys want to wrap it up with? We went over about an hour. I think the big takeaway from you two is that you guys should have came on year one, right? That's your only regret, right? That you guys didn't make it out soon, right? Was it? Well, you know
I
what?
disagree.
Really? Okay. What?
Yeah, it made this one even more enjoyable. It was the build-up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't disappoint.
Do you guys think you would have had the same takeaway if you guys weren't doing these live streams or us collaborating for a while? So, going into the event, kind of not really knowing people too much, I guess, in a sense. You guys think it would have the same impact for you folks?
Definitely not.
No, definitely not.
Well, that's what I always like to, thank people that are tuning in, commenting in the chat, interacting, because I think it just helps all of us. And, you look at Joel and Lauren who show up, and it's kind of like, people kind of know each other, right? And you're kind of like, oh, you're the one in the chat, right? Saying this or that. And so it's pretty cool. Harrison says Hormozy is win at all costs. He doesn't even seem happy with his success. Yeah, I get
Mhm.
that. So I think
I agree with that, but I just wasn't getting the corny thing because corny means like to be fake, maybe. I mean, he's definitely like he tells it like it is. He tells it how he is and how he thinks, and he's very, very specific and very narrow on what he does and talk about. Anyway,
all right. Well, Ray is tuning in, and like I said, Ray is a big part of the school community. Runs a great short-term rental call on Saturday in the school community with Chris Price. But he says, "Ask why we're still awake at 4:30 a.m. at the Grand. I blame Yasin."
You guys are crazy.
Well, honestly, that is where a lot of some of the fun happened. We just we went out, we walked around, and we kind of just home base is the Grand, and we end up in the lobby, and for like a couple hours, we just sit there. Joe just veers off, and he just disappears. So we're all walking together, and Joe just is gone. He just sneaks away,
Yeah.
and the rest of us.
I just hit a wall and was like,
Yeah.
I
He's
thought,
like,
wow.
I gotta go to bed.
But he's smart. He doesn't say goodbye. He doesn't say anything. He just veers off, and I see him peeking over his shoulder to see if we see him. I saw you looking as you veered away.
I
But
was done.
he just takes off. But yes, there's a
Mhm.
handful of us just sitting there talking story, and that's where a lot of the connections are happening. Um, Jason is saying, "I wish I was at year one, but I just found Zuber and was unsure at the time." Yeah, I get that. I think a lot of people are like that. They're definitely. I think part of it is when they hear us speaking of the event and they think we're corny. They're just like, no, this is not like that. Like this is not like a family, and I think that is part of it too. Until you're actually there, and I think to Joel showing up this year, he didn't understand like why I was like, yeah, you got to come to this thing, man. And even Ray, who's in the chat, he was very hesitant. He didn't go to year one also, and he showed up to year two, I think, wanting to prove that we're corny. I think Ray came year two, and then after the event, he was like, man, yeah, this is different. Like no one tried to sell me anything while I was there. No one was like looking down on me if I only have 2 rentals or 0 rentals. It was like everyone was interested in what you're doing. And yeah, no, you come there, not even like maybe 100% on board in investing in real estate. You were just treated the same. It was like, oh yeah, cool, just come hang out, and maybe you will invest, maybe you won't, but we're still gonna have a good time, right?
Yeah. I'm glad that they didn't try to sell stuff. Like I have been to conferences where they do that, and that is just like so awkward. So I have to say, I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the things I'll just throw out there too, coming back for a couple days, like again, if anybody follows me on Facebook, Jovi, I post a lot on Facebook. I've gotten some views, blah 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 blah. But posting some of the feedback and photos from the event, I've gotten people reaching out to me and DMing me about stuff, real estate, whatever. So if you're looking to connect with people in your own community about this stuff, one thing you could always do is just post about stuff real estate wise on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and just never know what's going to happen. You never know.
Yep.
So I'm not the only one that noticed, but Flavio is saying, yes, Joel, you just left. Jason is saying, yeah, no bye, just gone.
I did do that.
Donovan Rose, I haven't seen you here before, but thanks for stopping by. I'm not sure if you were at the event, but if you please subscribe, check out Joe and Lauren, who should be streaming also. But we are talking about one rental at a time school community. But I'm not sure if you're referring to Hormozy. He says corny, being trying too hard to be funny or cool. I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to.
I guess they're just explaining the definition. Is that what they're doing?
Well, yeah, I'm not sure if they're saying we're being corny here, or if like he's referring back to the Hormozy
I
comment.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Yoder's here. Like I said, Yoder did go to the Hoover Dam on Friday. Chester's saying, yes, I already knew Sergeant. I don't even know how to say his last Pixac. I don't know. But Yasik was going to be trouble. Staff Sergeant, yes. Chris Webb, hopefully you'll be there next January. He had to jump on a call. He's back. Hugo's saying, I have one rental and one fix and flip, but people like that I'm doing it in California as a Hispanic millennial. Yeah. Hyder's saying Simon is all fired up after the event. Yep. Yasik is saying all in good service. Everyone should remember we only live once. Yeah. Ray says now he's just trolling every year with the party crew. So yeah, after year, like I said, going into year 2, he was definitely kind of like, nah, this is no ways these people are genuine. Like someone's going to try to sell me something. And I think he was looking for any reason to point out the community. But I think after year 2, he loved it. And now year 3, it was a big part of it. Yes, that was the big thing. Whenever Joe introduced himself, everyone's like, yeah, every time I open up Facebook, Joe has like 50 posts on there.
That's funny.
Yoder, yes, my trip home was pretty bumpy, but I made it home safely. I got home yesterday. Chris Webb said he should be there next year, and yes. All right. Well,
is Joe V gonna be there next year?
Oh, great question, Joe V. Now that the event is going to be in January, are you going to commit to being there next year, Joe V? Well, we know the Packers won't be in the playoffs, so you don't have to worry about that. I know missing their football game won't be a problem. Yes. So hopefully Joe V will be there next year. But yeah, any final?
I have one question for Lauren. So you get your boutique hotel thing set up, and then Zuber comes back and says, "Hey, would you want to speak?" Would you do it? If they said, "Hey, come speak," have you ever done a public speaking thing?
I am not a good public speaker. I mean, I try. I'm not really a public speaker, but I feel like in this group, I would do it because it's like small enough. But yeah, I'm definitely not much of a public speaker.
Yes, Hugo, it is going to be Martin Luther King weekend, so that people may not have to get back to work on Monday. Jovi says, I told my wife I was going to try and go. I even put it on the calendar already.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd do it.
Yasik says, as Zuber says, Phoebe, I'd rather say I can't believe I did it than I wish I did it. Are we going to have an ORaaT Mountain West at your hotel? Not sure what that means. But yes, Flavio saying I'd like to see Lauren speaking. Yeah, I definitely think that I have a few people. I think I know a few people who are probably going to be speaking as of now, but I have a few people I'm going to also recommend to Zuber. But that is it, I guess. I mean, anything else? You got any final words? Like I said, I'll be back. I do have my weekly video with Zuber tomorrow, going through the comments section. But if you folks have any specific ones you want me to ask him, shoot it to me, and I'll try to bring it up tomorrow. And I'll be back Friday live streaming same time with Emily Lopez and Justin Cambra. So we'll catch up. We'll also probably recap the event. Justin's been there all 3 years also too, so I'll probably get a little bit different perspective from him. Emily, it was her first time. Yes, even if Lauren says she'll speak, I don't know if she'll show up. She might
You
do
guys
it.
won't know until
She
I
might do it
show up.
remotely. She might do it remotely. Yes, Harrison is saying Lynn, Lauren, and Emily are my recommendations as speakers for next year. Yeah, I agree. Those would be a great trio. Any final words from you guys? Joel, you go. Anything?
No.
Nothing. Lauren, nothing from you.
Well, everybody subscribe to my
Oh,
channel so that
okay.
when Zuber
Well,
comes
let
on,
me
I
let me
have
put that out there real quick, and
16 people.
we'll hang on for just a little bit so people
Should
can.
I think you should let me get admin access to your channel so I can put up some shorts for you.
Okay.
Clip it out and Opus clips it.
Okay.
So those of you that are still here, if you haven't yet, there is Lauren's channel in the chat. She should still be streaming. So please jump over there, subscribe, also like to help with the algorithm. Maybe leave a quick comment if you can. Chester is saying who should get belts from man. We will not discuss that right now, but yes, so people that have received belt, I'm not sure if he's going to keep it the same as past years, but people that have received belts, Zuber will reach out to them and ask who he thinks deserves belts in the community. So if he does keep it the same, Chester, myself, like I said, Mikey, who's here, Frank, Lynn.
I don't know what I would do with that belt if I got one. I'd bury it in the backyard or something.
Well, he did give me a stand this year, so yes, he gave. There was just a belt, and I guess he realized it just lays there. So he gave everyone like a little those stand things, and now you can actually set it up. So if I ever set up an actual studio type of thing, it'll be sitting up nicely. Oh, there you go. You got 20 subscribers. Looks like now, Lauren.
Oh wow! Oh wow! I was 16 at the beginning of this.
Nice.
Content idea. Clip this live stream and record yourself reacting to it. Tag everyone so we can all collab and show up in our channels. I don't know. The collab stuff is lame. It's such a pain in the ass.
On YouTube?
Yeah. If they made it easier, but it's like that you can text it to the person and it doesn't work. So it's like you always got to go into your email, send it to them. It's just a pain. Jason said, yes, I'll be sure to stop by next year. Yeah, Jason is very cool, man. He's even more funny when he's drunk, though. He's hilarious. Angry Jason comes out. But everyone, like I said, thanks for tuning in. And let me know. Let me know if streaming both ways was a problem. I'm not sure because looks like I'm streaming in portrait and landscape. It looks like we had a good turnout, so it looks like it helps. But it definitely, I was waiting for this feature to come out on Restream. So portrait is the way it showed up on Instagram, which I like better. But on the other platforms, it should have showed up as landscape. But on YouTube, I had it both ways. So I'm not sure if that messes things up. All right. You're not seeing your comments. What do you mean?
I'm not seeing Flavio. I think he blocked me.
No? Well, Flavio.
I saw Flavio.
Yeah. Well, let's see here real quick. So I see. So Jason right now is commenting from someone's channel. It says paired. Do you see that, Joe? Like paired on your end?
Oh, hold on. I'm not even on my channel.
What? God dang it.
I mean, there's nobody ever there.
No, so Jason has just commented from someone else's channel because on my side it
Oh,
shows.
Flavio, you're on my channel the whole time.
See,
I'm
yeah, you know
sorry.
why
I'm
Flavio
sorry.
goes to yours? Because there's no
Oh, and
ads. There's
I
no
meant to
ads.
say this earlier. Flavio, thank you, because he was the one helping me with the camera for 7 interviews during the lunchtime on the first day. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Hugo says he's been using OneStream, way cheaper than Restream or StreamYard. Alex. So
Flavio's comment. Do you guys see that?
Flavio, which one?
That Lauren should be single next time, or did you already talk about that?
Oh, I didn't see that one. Where's that? Where's that comment?
It's on my channel, paired.
What the hell is going on? I have a feeling Lauren's battery died. I didn't see Flavio's one. Yeah, see, her computer died. All right, well, we'll wrap things up. Like I said, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Hugo said he's going to reach out to you. Looks like Joel, how to turn those videos to newsletters. Reach out to him. Oh, so okay, so we gotta remind Lauren. I gotta message her after this. It says, Lauren doesn't have her comments on, I believe, so it's blocked, I think. So we gotta let Lauren know that. Okay, we gotta write that down. And okay, Alex has. Okay, let me see. All right. All right, everyone. Like I said, thanks for tuning in. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, the event was great. Hopefully, everyone knows that the event will be in January next year. And yeah, I will see everyone on Friday for my live stream. Thanks, everyone. Hey, Chester, thanks for being 601. We're gonna make that shirt next year for school. All right, everyone. Have a good rest of the
See
day.
y'all.